1. What is globalization? Ton kahoalagiai? White heavy checkmark example. Globalization is the process in which countries around the world become more connected. Through globalization, people can share goods, services, cultures, and ideas more easily. Thanks to modern technology and international trade, information can spread very quickly. Globalization helps countries develop economically, but it can also bring challenges, such as cultural changes. In general, globalization plays an important role in shaping the modern world. Two. What are some other effects of globalization on cultural diversity? Give examples in Vietnam. En hung tak dong kok qua ton ka hoa toi suda dang van hoa la gi? Vai duo Vietnam. White heavy checkmark example. One effect of globalization on cultural diversity is cultural exchange. People in Vietnam can enjoy foreign food, music, and fashion from many countries. For example, fast food restaurants and K-pop are very popular among young people. However, globalization may also cause the loss of some traditional values. Therefore, it is important to protect national culture while learning from others. Vietnamese. Three. How has globalization affected people's eating habits? Ton ka hoa on hung den loi quan wang nu the now. White heavy checkmark example. Globalization is the process in which countries around the world become more connected. Through globalization, people can share goods, services, cultures, and ideas more easily. Thanks to modern technology and international trade, information can spread very quickly. Globalization helps countries develop economically, but it can also bring challenges, such as cultural changes. In general, globalization plays an important role in shaping the modern world. Four. How has globalization affected fashion? Ton ka hoa on hung den loi trang nu the now? White heavy checkmark example. Globalization has a strong influence on fashion. People around the world now wear similar styles and follow international fashion trends. Thanks to social media and celebrities, fashion from Europe, Korea, or the US quickly becomes popular in Vietnam. Young people especially enjoy trying new styles. However, traditional clothing such as the Ao dye is still important and should be preserved. Five. Discuss the differences between Vietnamese culture and some other cultures you know. Tal wan su kok beat jua van hoa Vietnam va kak nen van hoa kok. White heavy checkmark example. One difference between Vietnamese culture and Western culture is family values. Vietnamese people place great importance on family relationships and respect for elders. In contrast, people in some Western countries value independence more. Another difference is communication style. Vietnamese people tend to be polite and indirect, while Western people are often more direct. These differences make each culture unique and interesting. Six. Do you think globalization has more advantages or disadvantages? Why? Ban tong ka hoa ko niu loyage he bat loi han? Visa? White heavy checkmark example. In my opinion, globalization has more advantages than disadvantages. It helps countries develop economically and creates more job opportunities. Globalization also allows people to learn about different cultures and lifestyles. However, it may cause some traditional values to disappear. Despite this problem, I believe the benefits are greater because globalization brings people closer and improves living standards around the world. Seven. How can we protect our national culture in a globalized world? Lam the now de bao vi van hoa dan tok trong de gioi tong ka hoa? White heavy checkmark example. We can protect our national culture by preserving traditional customs and festivals. Schools should educate young people about the importance of national heritage. In addition, the government and media should promote local culture through events and programs. By doing these things, we can enjoy globalization while still keeping our cultural identity. Eight. Should young people learn about other cultures? Why or why not? Nuoi tre konen tim hu kak nen van hoa kok kong? Visa? White heavy checkmark example. Young people should learn about other cultures because it helps them broaden their knowledge and become more open-minded. Understanding different customs and traditions improves communication skills and reduces misunderstandings. In today's globalized world, cultural awareness is very important for studying and working internationally. Therefore, learning about other cultures is necessary for young people. Nine. What cultural differences have you experienced or noticed? Ban de tre niem hoc nan thayen hung kok beat van hoa now? White heavy checkmark example. One cultural difference I have noticed is the way people greet each other. In Vietnam, people often bow slightly or use polite language. In some Western countries, people shake hands or hug. Another difference is eating habits. Vietnamese people usually share dishes, while Western people often have their own meals. These differences make cultural exchange interesting. Ten. Do you think cultural diversity is important? Why? Ban ko gi su de dang ban hoa la quan trong kong? Visa? White heavy checkmark example. Cultural diversity is very important because it helps people understand and respect each other. Different cultures bring different ideas, traditions, and ways of life, making the world more interesting and colorful. Cultural diversity also encourages peaceful coexistence and cooperation among nations. Without it, the world would be boring and less creative. (11) How can schools promote cultural understanding among students? Truong Hoc Ko the Tuk Day Su Hu Beat Van Hoa Jua Hoc Sin Nu the Now? White heavy checkmark example. Schools can promote cultural understanding by organizing cultural events and exchange programs. Teachers can include multicultural topics in lessons to help students learn about different traditions. Group activities also encourage students to share their cultural experiences. These activities help students respect differences and become global citizens. (12) What are the benefits of cultural exchange programs? Loyage Kwa Kak Chuang Trin Jiao Lu Van Hoa La Gi. White heavy checkmark example. Cultural exchange programs offer many benefits. They help students improve their language skills and understand different cultures. Through these programs, students can make new friends and gain valuable life experiences. Cultural exchange also helps young people become more confident and independent. Therefore, these programs are very useful for personal development. (13) How does globalization influence communication today? Tong Kahoa on Hung Den Jiao Teep Gay Ne Nu the Now? White heavy checkmark example. Globalization has made communication faster and easier than ever before. Thanks to social media and the internet, people can communicate instantly with others around the world. This helps students study, work, and share ideas internationally. However, people should communicate responsibly and respect cultural differences in online communication.